Welcome to Spare Parts. This is going to be a strange episode. Michelle's not here. She's shooting a movie in the Yukon, which is amazing, and I'm so happy for her. However, I had to come up with something to do this week that was Michelle-less. We're doing a wife reveal. My wife does not want to do this. You're like off screen. You're moving off screen right now. Stop it. Come a little closer.
I'll be in your lap.
Okay, no, you're not in my lap. Here, I've got my legs open. It's a very small area. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. And Michelle appreciates it. I'm sure she doesn't even know you're doing this. I didn't run this by her.
Well, shit.
She's fine. She doesn't care. She told me to bring Hersey, but I was like, Hersey lives all the way over there, and you live inside
of you.
Inside of me? Okay.
So how did you just had an audition?
I just had an audition.
You wouldn't tell me how it went until right now.
It didn't go great. We're the exact same height, but I have a longer torso and you have longer legs. So because we're sitting on the exact same heighted chair, I look taller than you. But we're actually both 5'6". We're both 5'6".
Not quite.
Yeah, we are.
Not quite.
Yeah, we are. Anyway,
what do you want to talk about?
What do I want to talk about?
Yeah.
I think I broached this subject with you the other day. But how does it feel when somebody comes up to me and it's like, "Are you rolled from Letterkenny?"
I am so relieved that I don't have to, that I have no responsibility in the interaction, that I don't have to I don't have to take any part in it. I'm very happy to take a photo.
Yeah.
And just be there. I think overall I'm like, oh, that's so nice, and I'm so happy that you have to
do it and not you.
Yeah.
Well, what happens when you work on a project where you have like a similar kind of fandom? Because you've worked a lot more than me. You've just not done a character that's like as specific for as long.
I'm a chameleon.
You're
I don't have fans. No one knows my face.
But people will at some point from something. How are you going to feel when people come up to you and want to like take photos with you and talk to you?
Start sweating.
You're going to start sweating?
Yeah. I'll probably be
You worried
I'm going to be more nervous than that. I'm sweating already.
Making me nervous. Oh, God. Oh, I don't know how I'm going to handle it when somebody comes up to you now. I just be like, let me take a photo. Try and facilitate it. Oh, this is going to be bad.
I can't think about it.
Yeah, I'm kind of
It makes me nervous.
I'm kind of worried. No, I'm not saying I hope your career fails, but...
Some people are built for that stuff, and some people aren't. Maybe it's a skill that you have to learn.
I didn't have to learn it at all.
I'm saying you're built for it. Some people are not.
Tyler
is built for it.
I think Tyler learned it. He's like a PR. He's like, "Hi, I'm Tyler, James Blake Johnson." Like he shakes people's hands, and he's very like.
Yeah.
You think you say he's a politician? Is that what you said? Ooh.
Yeah,
that's fair. No, I'd vote for Tyler.
He'll kiss babies' heads.
He will kiss baby heads, and I can't. Oh, brother, this is great. This is already such a good podcast episode. Do you want to answer a question from Spare Hearts?
Of course.
Would that be fun to divert your attention? Okay, I have one pulled up here that I think you'd be good with. You ready for this? Do you want to read it?
No. I can't really see it, to be honest. The light is too bright.
Your eyes are too blue. So how are you now? It starts with, what are you supposed to say in response?
Wait,
wow, you've really never seen the show. How are you now? What do you think the response might be?
Good, how are you?
Yep, that's it. I have always agreed with the line from the show that says, "Love your job and you'll never work a day in your life." In my job now, which I've had for about 3 years, I feel about 50% enjoyment and 50% annoyance. I'm paid well, but I'm not really using my degree to the fullest extent, and I don't feel truly passionate about it. I'm curious, what ratio of love versus frustration do you guys feel towards your careers as actors? Have you ever felt like quitting? Not that I think you should. I guess the first one, have you ever felt like quitting? This year was the longest that Alanna went without booking a job since she started acting.
Yes.
Which was
1 year.
20 years ago or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Well, you didn't go a full year, technically.
Oh, we still have to, I think I did. We have to check that.
Really?
I think it could have been.
Well, we had back-to-back strikes, writer strike and then actor strike, and there was not a lot out there, so you went a full year. I guess a lot of people were probably thinking, like, why am I doing this job? But did you not have that moment during this year?
No, because no.
You knew you were going to book as soon as the year was over.
I knew eventually I would, but also my day is so busy. I fill it with so much stuff. Maybe this is unhealthy. I fill it with so much stuff that I don't have to think about anything that's
I'm sure that's like a coping mechanism, but I wouldn't say it's unhealthy. It's a very healthy coping mechanism. You're not filling it with like drugs and like, you know, she works out every day. She takes the dog for 1 million walks. You like to go outside. She's constantly going on podcast walks. She doesn't listen to this one, but she goes on podcast walks. And
I scrub through.
You scrub
for
through
the likes or for the view.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Nice of you.
Download it too.
You download it? You download this?
Yeah.
Cool. So it's just a bunch of unlistened to episodes on.
No, I scrub through.
You really do?
Yes, to make the view count.
I don't know if that. Do you think that does something?
It has to, right?
I really appreciate you doing that. You don't have to do that.
Why not?
Why not?
It's either that or you listen to it.
Okay. All right. You're not going to listen to this episode.
No.
No, of course not. Okay. Fantastic. Maybe I should add like a narration over top of this. Okay, so you've never thought of quitting even after this year?
I don't think so. I'm too. Yeah, I fill my day with too many things to.
Yeah.
So that I don't. Yeah.
Do you?
Also, we were busy. We just weren't busy working.
True. You're auditioning sometimes, writing things. I got the studio.
Yeah. You were busy.
I was busy.
Have you wanted to quit?
I would say that the closest I've ever come was probably this past year, and it wasn't wanting to quit. It was like, is my career over? It wasn't like, I wasn't like, oh, I want to quit acting. I was like, acting quit me, is how it felt. Well, you know, like I didn't book one job in particular, and it like devastated me.
Oh yeah,
and it would wake me up at night, and I'd think about it, and I would like dream of it, and then I would wake up, and it was the first thing I would think of for like months, like every day. And then like a bunch of time went by. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I'm like, my career's over. Like that was my shot to, are you crying for me?
No.
No, okay.
No,
your eyes are teary. And I know
it's so bright.
You're professional.
I can't see.
You're in front of lights like this all the time. Don't look at the lights.
I'm blinded.
I know, don't stare at the lights. Look either at the camera or at me.
Do the rest of the podcast with my eyes closed.
That's fine. You don't know. I'll paint them on afterwards. It's fine. This year,
get me googly eyes.
I can get you googly eyes. I think I have something.
Yeah.
I didn't think like I'm quitting. I never thought that, but I was like, it motivated me. And I have had this happen several times where something like I miss out on a job and then I get really motivated to write again.
Yes.
And that did happen this year. I wrote a lot more than previous years.
For sure.
So.
Yeah.
I don't know. And that's really the thing that I actually like, I don't want to say care about because I care about acting. But like, it feels like there's no control over acting. You don't get to choose to work at all.
No.
Unless you like make something, but even then you don't get to choose to work at all. You have to get a bunch of money to do it.
And you thought you were going to be a writer.
Yeah, I did.
When you were a kid. And you still do. I mean, you are a writer.
We'll see.
Like that was your first career path.
It was the first thing I thought I was going to do for sure.
Yeah.
And then it never really, and then I just like booked like voiceover commercial stuff and like, you know, cartoons and things. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh, this is actually paying me money. And I had no idea how to become a writer.
Do you now? Because I don't know how. Do you?
I know more now just because of seeing other people become writers. Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh, they just muscle their way in there. You have to ask everyone you have to show people your work constantly. I still don't do that.
Yeah. So you thought you were going to quit maybe.
Well, I just thought like
acting quit me.
Yeah. Acting quit.
I didn't quit acting.
Champ. I definitely felt like it was, and then doing an audition like this, I'm like, it's over. Like, again, I'm tempted to be like, hey,
send in a self-tape.
Adam, can I send in a self-tape instead?
Let's do it.
I wouldn't expect you to do that with me. But like,
why not? Yeah.
Well, no, but because like you would, well, we did do it for you the other day. We did a retape.
Yeah.
That was fun.
My agent,
I had fun.
Yeah, the one where my agent said I looked ugly on the show.
Definitely didn't say that. She said you needed to wear makeup.
Wear more makeup
She said
and
wear
tight clothing.
I think she said wear any amount of makeup.
She said
you don't wear makeup. Are you wearing makeup right now?
You have to wear a lot of makeup. You don't look good.
Look at your skin though. Like you're not even wearing makeup, right? What do you have on?
SPF, and I have like leftover.
You have leftover mascara on? Oh yeah, you do have a little bit. Is that from last night?
Yeah, we partied.
We partied last night. We went to the Lemon Bucket Orchestra. That was fun.
15-year birthday.
15-year birthday. It was a really, really fun show.
It was so good.
I had a great time.
Do your calves hurt a bit?
No, I don't think you and I have the same.
I was jumping.
Yeah, I was kind of more like back and forth. Do
you feel awkward at concerts?
That's a great question. I definitely feel too self-aware a lot of the time.
You think that you're afraid
everyone's watching me.
Yeah, they're not watching the band.
They're just everyone's turned around looking at me the whole time.
Oh my God, is he doing the 1-2 step again? Why is he holding his beer like that? What is he doing with his other hand? Why isn't it in his pocket? Again,
I care less now than I've ever cared about anything. It's helpful to have a wife. I do feel like that's a big part of it, is like me, like I'm like, it doesn't even matter. Even if I am awkward, it doesn't matter. So it's not like the awkwardness is like ruining my concert experience. Like I'm having a great time. I really enjoyed the show.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to like bounce around at a show and like really let myself go. I just won't do that. Even though I had 3 beers last night and you had no beers and you were bouncing around, you were jumping around.
Yeah, I don't need it.
I used to say that in high school all the time. I used to be like, I don't need to drink to have fun.
And did you have fun?
It's not true anymore. Yeah, I had so much fun in high school, going to parties sober. But now the idea of going to a party sober is like, it's like, that doesn't sound fun.
The idea of going to a party and coming home drunk sounds awful.
Yeah, but I wasn't like drunk. It's like 3 light beers
even
and they're small. Really?
Yeah.
I slept pretty good.
Yeah.
You wouldn't sleep well. Or you just would feel like dizzy or what?
Oh yeah, I would feel, and then I would wake up at like 8 and be like, ugh.
Really?
Yeah.
Even after like what, a glass of wine?
I hate wine so much.
Okay. A martini then?
Yeah. After one, right now, I don't know the last time that I drank.
If we had a martini right now,
I'd be fucked.
Okay. And how long would it take you to recover?
1 day.
A full calendar
Maybe.
day.
That might not be true.
It's so interesting because you're such a well-oiled machine. You like take care of yourself so well. She's vegan. That's probably why your skin's nice. And yet 1 drop of alcohol just totally like fucks your system. Like you got to get your oil changed.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Need that IV drip.
See, I feel like this is going to sound horrible. I feel like a little better after 1 beer.
Let's do another question.
Great. You're like, move on from this. Oh, let's see. This one looks good.
Okay.
Wow.
Whoa.
It comes with a picture.
Ooh, the baby. Look at that pink nose.
That's a really cute dog.
You little boof.
Wow, that's a really cute dog.
My God.
Okay, we're going to do this one for sure. Here we go now. I'm a guy in my late 20s living in Colorado. I am Shudder's the funny guy at the office with the Catholic guilt to prove it. Nice. Michelle would have loved that line. Too bad she's not here. R.I.P. I have a good grown-up job in an industry that overall takes itself very seriously, and making my friends and colleagues laugh is usually the highlight of my day, as it helps me let go of a lot of emotions I have to hold in as part of my work. While I hate referring to myself as the funny guy, there is a big part of me that wants to exercise that part of my brain in a more constructive way. My problem is that whenever I sit down to write, I find myself judging and hating on whatever I end up jotting down, and this imposter syndrome-like feeling discourages me from pursuing it any further. As people who create and perform for a living, how do you get over that feeling? Love the pod. Evan, if you haven't thought of it already, consider trademarking Rold's chest hair as Sternbush? How do you feel about that? You like that? She likes the chest hair. Not for the pod, since we don't talk about our dogs on the pod, but you guys are dog lovers. Your biggest 4-legged fan who listens every episode in the car with me. So this dog has heard my voice. This dog knows me. It's a boy.
I need to know its name.
I know. I want to say it's like Marley. Doesn't it look like a Marley?
It could be Chestnut?
Chestnut? That's nice.
Or like
Butter pecan. You think it's like a food?
Pecan.
So cute. It's like a golden lab. It's unbelievable.
The question already.
The question is like basically we didn't even answer the first question.
What was it?
To be fair, the first question was she likes her work 50-50.
Oh,
it's kind of a similar.
Right.
Maybe we should go. Okay, we're going to go.
Oh, no.
See, this is why we need Michelle. Michelle actually keeps me on track.
track.
So the first question was 50-50, likes her job and is annoyed by her job.
Right. Okay.
What do you do with that?
What are your goals in life?
Well, are you annoyed by your job? Like, were you never annoyed by being an actor?
Annoyed? No, not really. I think the right question would be: do you dread your dog? Your
dog?
All I can
you just think about it as the dog. She saw a photo of a dog.
Chestnut. If you dread your job, I think you're always going to be frustrated or annoyed at your job. But if you dread it, then that's no point.
That's a sign. I agree with you. I think if you dread your job or you get that feeling consistently going into work, because some days you wake up and you're like, I don't want to go to work, which I totally understand.
I never want to get to set.
Really?
And then once we're actually doing it, it's great. And then I'm ready to go.
And you don't dread it while you're on set?
If I'm waiting, I hate it. Yeah. But I know
you're so funny. I think you should like really take stock on like what other options are out there for you and like just try some stuff out, not as like professions, but like maybe some different hobbies and stuff, just to feel if something like calls to you or pulls to you a little bit more. Because 50-50 is like,
I know, that's pretty stark.
You're also young, I think. Did she say she was in her 20s or something? Everyone has like 8 jobs. Like, feel free to like look for other jobs.
Sometimes though, jobs aren't fulfilling or fun.
That's true.
And you just need money to have fun outside of your job.
But who are you to talk though? I guess you have worked a lot of like barista jobs and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's just money?
Yeah, I've never hated them or
oh no?
No, or have been annoyed by them. That's tricky. I've
definitely had some weird like part-time jobs where I've like, when I used to do pitas at my university, and like all my drunk friends would come in like to get pitas, and I was like,
Did they bully you into giving?
Well, they were out for like a night. They were out for a night of like partying, and I'm like behind the counter like making pitas for like 70 college students.
You?
What is this? Like, you think I was like robbed? Is that where you're going with this? It's more like just the feeling of like everyone's having fun and I'm stuck here having to pay my student loans. Yes. And like no one else has these kind of like in this group, like, that kind of stuff. Like more like shame stuff. But it was like I was working hard and I'm like trying to make money. Like, and I did that for like years. Like I was, in all sorts of jobs. So, and some of those jobs, I guess at the end of the day, I always liked being like able to support myself or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I could be proud of that, but there was still this feeling of like, I don't want to be doing this and I don't want to be here. Do you need to go to the bathroom?
No, I didn't. I'm listening to you.
What do you need?
I need my sweater.
You need to put your sweater back on.
Yeah,
now she's cold.
Yeah.
This is our entire apartment is like the heat going on and off and the cold going on and off all day. Constantly. I don't do it even one time. Maybe you should. I got you this sweater from Ottawa. Ordered it.
The Lafayette.
Speaking of the days you used to drink, when you used to drink.
That's another thing. I used to drink a lot.
Yeah, she used to be a bartender in Greece, and she used to like light shots on fire. That's a different person. I don't know that person. Yeah. I don't know that, Alanna. Actually, like our first 3 dates, I was drinking. You were drinking, and then you never drank again. It's really interesting, actually. But yeah, I was under the impression. I was like, we went to like. We went to a show.
Nikki's show,
Nikki's show. Yeah, we were like having fun and like drinking. And then you were just like, actually, I don't do this anymore. I was like, oh, okay.
Okay, we need to answer that question.
Sorry. So the second question from the man.
Did we answer the first one?
I feel like we did.
If you hate it,
I would say try some other things. Try some other jobs.
Or have a fulfilling hobby where it makes your shitty job worth it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you got to find stuff you enjoy doing, because being inspired by your work is like, there's some times where I'm like, and this falls into the second question as well. When I'm writing, I'm like, it's so fulfilling. I feel very fulfilled. When I was a kid, there used to be this feeling where if you do your homework and your homework is done, you can really love watching the show you were supposed to watch.
That's how I feel
night.
every single day.
I don't feel that at all anymore.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Unless I fucking crush a writing session.
I do things throughout the day that I have to force myself to do to feel like I was
still
productive.
Feel that?
Yeah, it feels so
comfort.
Good. I can't wait for you to go out with your friend tonight, and I will have earned having a snack and watching.
Amy can't come over.
British
She's not allowed
show.
to. She's not allowed to visit us because you want the. You know, fair. We'll talk about this off camera. I understand what you're saying, because having alone time is nice when we live like this close to each other all the time. Yeah, you got me. Yeah, stop it. Okay.
Your hair looks cute.
Thank you. I just got this haircut. You spit a little. Yeah, you did. You spat a little bit.
I?
You did. You should be
I'm
embarrassed.
so sad. I'm crying.
I'm crying. Why are you crying?
Okay.
Second guy's question. We really need Michelle here. What's the second question again? Oh, he wants to be a writer. And he's like not loving his writing. I get that. As like the fear of your writing, like I've definitely written things. Okay, I'll tell you this. When I started writing, I don't know if it's just because I was younger, but crying. But my writing was so much worse. Like really embarrassing concepts.
We should revisit.
Oh, I'm so scared too. Like some of that, but then I'm like, oh, some of these jokes are amazing. Like I've always had like some ability to write, but just the things that I care. Yeah, you can chew gum. I don't care. What are they? I mean, you're gonna chew it right into the microphone. Now I want gum, but I know I shouldn't.
Okay.
Ugh, you jerk.
I
used to write like basically everything I wrote was about love, right? Like I was always like writing from the perspective of like a lovelorn teen and 20-year-old being like trying to write the next 500 Days of Summer, not understanding the plot of 500 Days of Summer at all until later, right? Yeah, and so like that kind of writing is embarrassing, and you look back on it and you're like, some of these like jokes are good and there's qualities to it, but like the actual product is like not great. And who knows, maybe I'll feel that way about the stuff I've written now, like 10 years from now. But I don't think so, because my brain, I think I stopped changing.
Yeah, at what age? 27.
Yeah, between 23 and 27 were like my most like fluctuating years of just like, yeah, especially as a creative, my writing changed so much in that time. And then when I became 27, now it's like, I finally was ready to write movies that I was proud of. Like I've written other movies and
you were writing for yourself.
I think I was always writing for myself. I just think myself was a loser back then.
Yeah.
Like I was always like
lovesick.
I was a lovesick puppy dog, and I was dealing with whatever was going on like at home. Like I would like there's this one.
Oh no. It's gonna make me so sad. Yeah.
I don't think so. Okay. But like there's this one sequence I remember like I wrote. I thought it was like such a brilliant sequence, and it still could be in something and still be good, but I just don't know if it would matter to anyone else. But like my dad is like a big driver. And he like loves to drive, and he's a little bit of a control freak when it comes to driving cars and stuff. Mm-hmm. And like when we like rent a U-Haul, let's say, he has to drive it, right? I wrote this scene into a show that I wrote at one point where I'm like at the beginning of the episode backing up the U-Haul to take stuff out of my place, and he's micromanaging like fucking crazy, and we get into this huge fight, and it's terrible. And then at the end of the episode, he's just doing hand gestures, and he's like trusting, and he like in the first part he has to like take over as a driver to like finish the job. Mm-hmm. But in the end of the episode, he's just like just helping me, just guiding me, and it's like enough. I'm like, that's enough. I was like, that's a good sequence. Exactly. Yeah. There's like nice scenes in there. There's nice sequences, and then all the other parts of the episode are like, she's moving to Peru, and I'm in love with her. Like it's so bad. It's all very embarrassing. So I can understand what it feels like to write something and not be proud of it right away, but you just got to keep pushing through that. It's all going to be shit initially. You just have to keep going, and then eventually.
Let's give some prompts.
You want some prompts? Okay. You should write about being the funny guy at work. I think honestly, that's like just write what you know, because that always helps you to start somewhere.
You should write through the perspective of your precious little chestnut a day in the life of that little bean.
By the way, that's what we called your dog. I don't know if you caught that, but you should write, your life from her perspective, listening to the podcast in the car.
Yeah.
Also, you could be someone else at your work and perceive yourself, see what you think they perceive you as, because it sounds like that's something you're interested in. How do you feel? They don't need a long one.
I feel good.
Do you? You feel okay?
I feel fine.
You don't have to ever come back, I promise.
Thanks.
I appreciate you being here. It actually is like very nice that you did this. I know how much this has hurt you.
No.
Or was hurting you initially. Like maybe you were just nervous about it and now you're okay. We had some laughs.
We had a good run.
Are you breaking up with me?
A really good run.
Are we divorced? That's okay.
Too much paperwork.
Yeah,
so I've heard. I don't know.
Yeah, I've heard it's a lot of paperwork too. And there's also like lawyers' fees.
Yeah.
Can't afford those right now.
No, absolutely not.
Not till the podcast
I wonder
gets
if we
bought.
could do it ourselves.
You aren't very detail oriented. I would fuck you.
What are you going to take of
I
mine?
would take everything.
Yeah, what would you take?
I'd take Dewey.
I'll kill you.
I know. That'd be crazy. I would actually give you Dewey. Because I know how much you care about Dewey.
Yeah.
I love Dewey too. But I would give you Dewey. Also, this is a hypothetical, so I don't have to actually do
No. I wonder if there's
just come off
anything
as
of
like a
yours
good
that
guy.
I would really fight you on.
like some of my clothes. You steal my sweaters
sure.
and pants all the time.
Yeah, I'm wearing all of my own today.
That's actually weird.
Every
yeah.
single piece.
Did you do this intentionally because you knew you were going to be on the podcast and I'd razz you for it?
I had no idea.
I think you bought this shirt initially for me.
I didn't.
It's a large men's shirt. I think you did.
What else do I
wear? And
wear?
I'm a large man. That's true. What else do you wear? I don't know. I don't think you want anything of mine other than my clothes. You wouldn't want the Jeep.
I'd take it.
You'd take it?
It's mine.
Okay. You can have the Jeep. That's fine. We're probably like traumatizing some people out there.
Oh God,
There's
I know.
So many divorced people
Very
listen to this
bad.
podcast. You know what though? I'm a child of divorce. I can say whatever I want.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can joke about whatever I want.
It wasn't particularly nasty, was it? It was just sad.
I think it's nasty depending on who you asked.
Oh no.
And when.
Shoot.
Yeah. I don't think it was like that. It wasn't like a clean break. They're friends now. They're pals now.
I think that's where
You only know
that's
them
where
as pals.
they're so lovely.
When I was
together.
13, like it wasn't like that. Like my dad was like buying me like he never bought me anything because we couldn't afford anything. He bought me like trick rollerblades because he was trying to like win my affection. And he told me that later and I was like, oh.
It sullies that memory.
What the hell?
Yeah.
I thought it was like the best memory ever. And then like
But were you a bit relieved that they got divorced, do you think?
No.
Oh.
What, because they don't go together at all? Which they don't. It makes perfect sense. They would never be together.
No.
But like.
No sense.
But then again, opposites attract all the time. And yeah, no, you and I. No, but we have more in common than them.
That's true.
Yeah. But then again, they had a lot in common at one point. They both really liked X-Files.
God, that's a good show.
They really liked the X-Files.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they also really liked margaritas. Like daiquiri mix.
Right.
Like daiquiris and margarita
yeah.
mix. Like the icy, slushy, sugary cocktails.
That's all you need.
That's all I'm saying.
Margaritas and
the
X-Files.
Honestly, we should do that tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, you can have a virgin one.
Yeah.
I can make you some virgin daiquiris and stuff, and they wouldn't even be sweet.
It's just ice.
You steal them? Well, no. I would use non-alcoholic rum and then fresh lime juice, and then we do like a little bit of I would do like a sugar syrup, like a rich Demerara sugar syrup. Why are you laughing at me? What? What's funny about? You know what? I don't even. Thanks for listening to the podcast, you guys. This was fun. Appreciate you being. Do you want to do one more question? Or are you done? You're good. We should get out of here.
Let's do one more question. Yeah.
Do one more. I don't even know what you're laughing at. This is over.
Were we not gonna do
This is on
that?
wedding problems?
Oh, it was too long.
It's really. I mean, I could summarize it really quickly.
All right.
Let's try. Okay, so her best friend, late 20s, met through an online video game over 4 years ago. How do you already can't even relate to this in any way?
I'm already confused. She's
What are you talking about? I haven't said anything yet. What do you mean? What do you mean you're confused?
my best friend and I Both female late 20s. Met through an online. Okay.
I said all that.
Did you? I don't
Pretty sure
know.
I
I
said
feel
all
like you missed
her and
something.
her best friend, both
Met online.
female, met online
Okay, good.
4 years ago in a video game.
Yes.
And they've been inseparable ever since. Is it because I'm doing it in third person as opposed to her voice? Do you want me to switch back?
Sure.
To her voice? Okay. We've been inseparable ever since. We've had countless video and voice calls, as well as an almost non-stop messaging and mingling of friend groups. So we have easily been able to ensure that this isn't a catfish scenario. Oh, she's never met this person. Oh.
Wow.
But they've done video call, which is pretty tough to
Right,
fake.
okay.
We have never met in
Well-
person because I live in the US while she resides in the UK. She understandably has a lot of anxiety about traveling, and she's never been on a plane or traveled outside of Europe. Oh, shit. This is wild. When I got engaged last August, it was a no-brainer that I would ask her to be my maid of honor.
Oh my
That's so cute, maid of honor, having never met. While she was reluctant to accept at first because of her fear of travel and currently undergoing a stressful professional certification course, she assured me that it meant a lot to her that I had asked, and she would do everything in her power to be there and fulfill those duties. I told her to be transparent with her feelings, and I reassured her that there would be no hard feelings if she declined those responsibilities. I would just need ample time to make backup arrangements. To make things easy on her, I've promised to pay for her travel expenses and tickets. Oh, damn!
Ding-a-ling.
Good friend, as well as allowing her to stay at our house so she doesn't have to worry financially. My fiance has even offered to fly out to meet her and escort her for her first international flight. This is wild. This is getting
It's real?
This is they're like this is like so.
Are you going to sacrifice her?
Given
sounds like-
given all these accommodations that we've made, she has still not given me a clear answer on whether or not she can make it. Well, it's because it sounds like you're going to kill her. I have a backup maid of honor in place. Ooh, imagine being the backup maid of honor.
That's rough.
I
Does
don't.
your backup maid of honor
does she
know that they're backup?
Ooh, I would feel if I was somebody's backup maid of honor. I mean, you know what? I'd do it.
Yeah.
I'd still do it. Like if
Glad. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
like if like Nadine or Clark like wanted me to be their like backup maid of honor.
Yeah.
Like I would do it.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't be their first choices, obviously. However, it's 2 months out from the wedding, and I've always told her to be transparent with me so I can make arrangements and manage my expectations on whether or not she's coming. Is it time for me to just preemptively relieve her of those responsibilities? The way that she has been communicating with our mutual friends makes me feel like she still intends on coming, saying things like drinking and dancing and getting our nails done together. I do feel a bit insulted that she's known about this since last August, and we still haven't made any progress in solidifying plans, especially with international travel. Am I being unreasonable in what I'm asking from her, even knowing about her hectic life and anxiety with traveling? Thanks for reading.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
You say, you're like,
I'm
relieve
like-
her. I'm like, have a video call and figure this out. I would just organize one last video call to be like, hey, this has been kind of hectic for me.
It's your wedding.
Yeah, my wedding is coming up. I really want, yeah, it's your wedding.
This went in my eye. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah. What was I saying? What was I saying?
Don't touch it.
Sorry, I have a cut on my hand that's really gross. Keeps reopening.
So one last conversation.
I would have one last earnest conversation where I'm like, I lay out all of my feelings. Like, this is stressful for me if like to just like have it on the like, you know, on the periphery. It sounds like you are coming. I'd love to just like book the flights now if that's the case. And then if she's like, oh, well, I still don't know, then you're like, okay, but then you know what? You're still more than welcome to come. However, I have to get a different maid of honor just because I have to get the bachelorette party going and all that sort of stuff. And we have to like buy cake and shit.
Yeah, this sounds like it's not going to work out.
Hey.
Oh, sorry.
Hey.
I'm sorry.
I
have a lot of friends that live in this hypothetical world where they are more adventurous than they actually are. And leading up to any big event, even if it's just a night to hang out, they're so gung-ho, they're so looking forward to it.
I know exactly who you're talking about too, that's funny.
But it sounds like, I know this person, and it sounds like it's not going to work out.
They're going to flake.
Yeah.
I don't think they are going to flake.
Should we make that's...
No, we can make a bet. We can make a bet. You want to make a bet?
No, this seems gauche.
Is it?
Ew, this seems so bad. Yeah, we shouldn't make a bet on this person's wedding.
Why not?
I think it's not going to work out.
Well, stop bumming everyone out. I think it's going to work out. I think that, okay, like for instance, in my stream, I've had multiple people who have met up online from across the country and fallen in love.
Okay, but you're forgetting that this person
I'm just saying
has
it happens.
I know,
Everyone
but
has
with
fear of travel.
I know, but it sounds like there are a lot of...
Who likes traveling?
I don't mind it.
That's true. That's also...
And I've only flown economy.
Really?
Oh yeah, I've never flown anything. And that was back when you only had one TV in the front and they were playing Chocolat over and over and over and over again.
That's all they would play in every flight?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
It's a very specific memory you have.
It sounds like you should focus your energy on something else because it's your wedding and it should be...
it should be a fun time.
It should be fun.
We just did like the most low key. We did a city hall wedding and then we did my mom's backyard to have our families meet. And it was low key and fun. You didn't enjoy it?
I loved it. Oh. No, yeah. It was so good.
It was really
perfect.
It was perfect. It was exactly what we wanted.
I didn't stress.
No, me neither. And we didn't have anyone who we were like, we didn't have to worry about anyone external to us at all.
No, it's just our immediate family is big.
It is big. That's
we have
true.
so many nieces and nephews.
Four siblings.
We have 3 siblings.
Well, we're one of 4, of 4.
Yes. Correct.
How do you say that when you say it to people?
I have 2 sisters and a brother. I have 3 siblings.
You specify their gender?
I usually say I have 3 siblings.
I say I'm one of 4. Why? It's a bigger number. It's a better number. It sounds like
You're trying to impress people.
Yeah,
with
I'm
the
one
amount
of 4 boys. It sounds good. The movie's called 4 Brothers, not 3 siblings and Evan.
You like the way it sounds.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Do you not like the way it sounds? I'm one of 4. You're not one of 4 sisters, though. That would sound better.
When I first met you, before I knew anything about you, I thought you had only sisters.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all my brothers they're pretty feminine guys. So to be fair.
Yeah. They have nice feminine energy.
Yeah. That's
totally.
All of them.
Yeah. And your dad too.
Yeah, and my dad. And my mom has a nice masculine energy.
She's extremely masculine.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I was about to share stuff about your life, but then I was like, she doesn't want people to know about her life. So you're just sharing stuff about my life. I think you should have this serious conversation. You should have a chat.
One more. And then it's okay if they don't show up. You can still be friends from afar. Maybe you'll go visit them.
The UK?
Yeah. In the UK, that's fun.
UK?
Do you like to travel?
Yeah, do you like to travel? Also, like, you're marrying your partner. Like, you're not marrying this person, so it's okay. And then, you know what? You're playing video games, and maybe they'll want to keep playing games. I've seen video game breakups, too. Like, I've seen this happen a lot, where it's like people who play together stop playing together. It's always hard. So I hope that doesn't happen to you. I hope you guys figure it out. And because it sounds like you're a really rational, good communicator. But 2 months is too little time to figure this out. So can't figure it out. Okay. This is perfect. Thanks for doing this.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome. Do you have any final thoughts?
On you have to be more specific.
Just on being on the podcast and anything, and like me, do you want to say something else about my hair, or like are you done?
Got big biceps for not doing
for what? Be careful here. For what? For a what?
Just seeing them right now pop out of that shirt.
Bam! Wow!
Isn't that stupid?
It's true. I don't work.
You don't do anything.
That's true. Ow! It hurt though.
I have no final thoughts.
Your thought was I have a big bicep. I appreciate that. Thanks, honey. Bye.
Bye.